Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2004 career mode. And well, we're going to Darlington for the 400-mile event. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Tony Stewart won at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That was a very fun event, but guess what? Here's your upcoming schedule. Bristol and Texas. These are three tracks that they couldn't be more different. I mean, real talk, they could not be more different, and that's why the schedule is so much fun. So let's go into the garage and get some stuff done on the race car. Just go and get these overhauled. I kind of wish we were playing NASCAR 06 because, we have $175 million in the bank. It'd be cool if we could go and, buy a 4-car team or something. That'd be really cool. Hey, we need to do a NASCAR 06 playthrough one of these days, fellas. That's definitely coming down the pipeline, hopefully. Let's go and overhaul these. Yeah. So we're getting some stuff worked on in the shop. Let's check what the sponsorships are doing. Okay, so 94. I mean, they're doing pretty good because we're kind of grandfathered in with this. Rank first in earnings. So even though we throw this one in the woodshed, and we throw that one in the woodshed, we still have two mulligans. We have the rank first in earnings, which we got by winning the 2010 Daytona 500, or 2012 Daytona 500. And then we have this one, we just show up to the racetrack. So essentially, no matter what we do, as long as we don't have a DNF, the happiness is pretty much complacent because 2 of the 4 objectives is good. I want to show the points real quick before we head on out to Darlington. Tony Stewart's your points leader, and we are a $1.23 behind. So, without further ado, let's go and get our car ready for Darlington. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun. We usually have a great run at Darlington, though. Like, real talk, usually when we go there, we have a great run. Look at that 82 power engine. Oh, it's going to be good. We should be able to have a great chance of winning. And without further ado, let's go to Darlington. Alrighty, folks, so we qualified on the pole for Darlington. Let's go trackside for the Carolina Dodge Dealers 400.
This is Joe Moore along with Barney Hall for MRN, and we're live at Darlington Raceway, the granddaddy of super speedways, in Darlington, South Carolina for the Carolina Dodge Dealers 400. Every driver who comes here has one goal in mind. Don't add any paint to the wall. What makes Darlington so tough?
Well, this is an egg-shaped track with different links and different bankings in the east and west turns. That makes it very tough for the drivers. But the question is, why is it egg-shaped? Well, when it was built, the landowner decided he didn't want his minnow farm disturbed, so they simply pinched in the corners of what is now turns 3 and 4 to give it the distinctive egg shape that it's now famous for.
The McDonald's car has covered the spectrum in the last 2 races, going from a back-of-the-pack finish to a win last week.
That win last week sure gave them back their confidence as a team. They had just been needing that after a bad race they had.
Ben Baldwin really needs a good finish in this race. He's got a long way to go on the points list.
Well, there's always going to be someone who has to fill in the bottom of the points list. Of course, none of these guys want to ever see their name there. Sometimes it's just not your season to shine.
Alrighty, folks, here we go at Darlington. And we're on the pole alongside Kurt Busch. Got Craven, Mikey, and of course, Robbie Gordon in the top 5. Check out that patriotic paint scheme for Waltrip and little Larry McNugget. It's funny how Rubbermaid was such a huge sponsor with Kurt Busch. They were a quarter panel sponsor on Austin Hill's car when he won the Xfinity race earlier this year. Which is really interesting at Las Vegas. So that's kind of cool to see them back in victory lane. But without further ado, let's go and kick off this event. 29 laps around Darlington. Let's see how this one shakes out. Now, this is a track we've dominated at times. We've also struggled here as well. So we'll see how this one shakes out, but definitely want to lead this first lap, so no matter what happens, we can go ahead and put 5 bonus points in the bank. The bonus points back in the older days of stock car racing, really reminds me of stage racing, because nowadays you see teams that will jeopardize their entire overall race strategy just to get a couple stage points. Well, back in the Winston Cup era, you would have guys who potentially would go a lap down just to lead one lap, so they can get 5 bonus points over their competition. Or if they're in a tight-knit battle with laps led, they might compromise their race win just to get 5 bonus points. You never know. They would definitely change their strategy according to bonus points. Personally, I'm not a fan of stage racing, more specifically the stage cautions, but there has always been a form of mid-points or mid-race points in stock car racing. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic to it. So anyways, Craven, no surprise, is right in front of Kurt Busch in the 400. Very reminiscent of 2003, which this is in the year 2012 now in this playthrough. It's crazy to think we've done 9 seasons already of this playthrough, guys. That is incredible. Craven's not doing anyone any favors. He's holding up the competition, such as 7-time champion Jeff Gordon or whatever. Car feels pretty good. It's not as fast as it was in qualifying, but it's fast enough. Now I'm curious. Once Craven and Kurt Busch, once they get past, how does the Earnhardts, the Tony Stewarts, the Harvicks of this playthrough, what's going to happen when they take the point? That's when things are going to get interesting, guys. You can already see Harvick and Kurt Busch mired back and forth in 5th, but Darlington's such a it's a tough track, because once the tires start wearing, your corner exit is going to be so difficult, because the outside wall, your car's it's like a magnet to it. You're slipping and sliding, having to catch it every corner. And then if you get a car right behind you, they're not slipping and sliding. They're pretty much trying to get around you every single inch of the racetrack. And you're just trying to just stay on the racetrack. That's why Darlington is such a perfect racing facility. And it's one of my favorite tracks on the circuit. And it still blows my mind. They tried to get rid of this racetrack. They legitimately tried to get rid of Darlington. They went from 2 races to 1 race. They got rid of their prestigious, Southern 500. They moved the race date all around the schedule, and I mean, it's just, imagine the sport without this racetrack. It would be asinine, And I'm just so glad it's back to its former, I guess you could say glory. Back as a crown jewel in the sport, and I think the Brickyard 400 will eventually come back. I think with the next-gen cars, I think the next-gen Brickyard 400, I'm telling you, I think it has the potential to sell out. Maybe not the first one, but if they go to the Brickyard, and it's a demo derby, and it's a crazy race with crashes and drama and controversy, I guarantee you, they will probably have one of the highest attendances for the Brickyard the next year or so. And if you don't believe me, look at the Coca-Cola 600. For a couple of years, it was one of the worst races of the season, because nothing happened in the late Gen 6 era. And it finally got its magic back, and now the Coca-Cola 600 is borderline selling out every year. So my point is that you take a car that runs fantastic at huge racetracks, Fontana, Michigan, Pocono, X, Y, and Z. You go to Indianapolis, which is no different. You have a car that's prone to failures. You're going to have crazy cautions. You're going to have pit strategy. I'm telling you, man, if they go there with the next-gen cars in 24 or 25, do not be surprised the Indianapolis crowd finally comes back out of the woodwork for NASCAR racing and not just IndyCar racing. I'm just saying. I think it could be a very hot ticket in the sport in the years to come if they make the move. Will they do it? I think eventually they will. But something tells me they're going to drag it out, which I think is stupid. Because to me, the Brickyard 400, I mean, it's one of the most important events in NASCAR, not NASCAR, but motorsports history. I mean, NASCAR was never the same the millisecond they turned a lap at Indianapolis in a stock car. It was never the same. I'll never forget learning how many people actually showed up for that race. Like that it was what's completely sold out or just about sold out, and I can't even remember how many thousands of people they had to turn away that were trying to get tickets and they couldn't get tickets for the race. I mean, it was the biggest sporting event in motorsports history potentially in terms of attendance. Pit stop's underway. Lap 13 out of 29. How bad do you want tires? We're just on the cusp of halfway here. But how badly do you want tires? To me, we've gapped the 32 car company so much, I'm willing to give up a couple seconds. I feel like we could run them back down. To me, I'd rather lock in the most laps led first, which means leading at lap 15. I think that's more important. Give up a second or two to the fresh tires and guarantee us that extra 5 bonus points. That's the advantageous route for me. Jeff Gordon's in second, so yeah, we want to keep him from leading as we're going to hit the wall hard. That's not good. That was not good. We got our Darlington stripe in a fender bender. Cars coming up on the racing surface. They probably will pull away from us, but yeah, definitely don't want to let the 24 get a cheap lap lead. So let's stay out long here and try to keep them from doing that. Because that's going to be the strategy. If you think it's difficult winning the championship on NASCAR Thunder 2003 season mode, that we've been doing on the channel, it's a lot easier to win the championship in that playthrough because the AIs are more prone to DNFs. Winning the championship with or without assist, it doesn't matter. On NASCAR 04 in career mode is next to impossible as this car is not turning to save its life because regardless, if you have all the upgrades, it's going to be an instant win. But if you're doing it like we're doing it and trying to keep the competition, part-wise, somewhat respectable and equal, it's next to impossible to win the championship because the AIs might have only 2 DNFs the entire season. So if you have 5 DNFs, how are you supposed to compete with a guy who only has 2 DNFs? Okay, I think they're pitting now. It was too late for me to come in there. So I'm hoping that if we pit this time, the 24 will come on in, and then that will... Yeah, I think the 24 pitted, so this should be our time to pit. Our tires are scorched right now, dude. We've ran long on this run, so we got the most laps led bonus. I think we've kept the 24 from leading a lap thus far. And we're going to go ahead and get some tires. Yeah, we're almost out of gas. We cannot wait any longer. Fuel, definitely an issue. Whoa, no, we want 4 tires. You got to have 4 tires. Bad news is we're going to need a full, legit, full to the brim tank of gas. Knock on wood, hope, and pray to God we get a good pit stop here, guys. How are y'all doing out there? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate all y'all who watch these Thunder episodes. I love doing this, these playthroughs. These are my favorite NASCAR games. A lot of y'all are like, oh, why don't you play the newer NASCAR games? Fellas, no disrespect, but have you seen the newer NASCAR games? I mean, they haven't had one worth playing in the better part of a decade, in my opinion. And this is coming from a die-hard NASCAR fan. Kurt Busch is to the point, and this is going to make an interesting run to the finish. Don't want to get ran over. They're 2 abreast, but hey, we have the freshest tires in the field. We led just about every single lap. We forced Gordon to do a very long pit strategy, which I think he was banking on us pitting early and him getting a lap lead. Him staying out very long, hoping he could outfox us, I think is going to hurt his overall finish of this race. Because he's just inside the top 10. Or I say just, but, he's inside the top 10. But I don't think he has a fast enough car to get back into the top 5. So, I don't know. We'll see how this one shakes out. But we're on a mission. We want to win this race, guys. So, let's keep digging. Got to get around Mikey Waltrip here. Inside looking. I really want to do a NASCAR 06 playthrough, though. Real talk. I've said this for years on the channel. And the idea is when I will, or I hope, if I don't drop dead or nothing, but I hope I can do the playthrough, is after NASCAR 03's playthrough runs out. Which we just finished the 2010 season, which I plan on doing till 2012 or 2013. I might call it at 2012 or 2013, one of those. Because Burton retired in 2013, but in this playthrough, or that playthrough that I'm doing, we've won multiple championships at over 100 Winston Cup races. You know? It's like, what else do you have to accomplish? So I might call it one season early. But either way, the idea is doing a NASCAR 06 playthrough. And doing the most realistic, most immersive playthrough you have ever seen on YouTube that no one else has ever done. And it has been in the making for years. And I mean in the making as I'm going to do what I used to do on NASCAR 06 and do it on YouTube. I used to roleplay in NASCAR 06 as a developmental driver and I would stick with one manufacturer for a while. And, you know, if I was a Roush driver or, you know, a Chevrolet driver, you know, you ran the respectable manufacturers. I would run part-time Busch schedules. You know, a lot of people, they're just, oh, I'm just going to sign a Busch contract and run every Busch race. No, I would pick like 5 races before the season started, and I would sign with one of the Cup teams in the Busch series, and I would pick those. I'd be like, okay, you only get 5 races, you have to pick 5 races. Just little quirks like that that made the game feel so much more immersive because you're always waiting for those extra Busch races or trying to do the Bristol triple sweep like Kyle Busch would do eventually in real life. You know, those are the things that I'd love to do in NASCAR 06. Things are heating up though, guys. We're up to 7th, lap 25 out of 29. Can we get around this gaggle of cars and take this win from Kurt Busch? Ooh, nearly made contact with the 8 car there. No, 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 no. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Got to get around the 24. Go, 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 go. I mean, we got to be aggressive here. Use up the 24. I don't care. It'll be okay. We got to get around Kenseth, though. Look, this is go time. We have better tires. They're going to try to hold us up. That's all they can do at this point. They know they're not going to win this race. And there's Kevin Harvick. We're going to use Craven as a pick. And a caution would just about end this event. Oh, Nelly. That was close. And now it's just me and the 97. We're up to 2nd here. Most laps led. Pole sitter. Can we win at Darlington? We've already won at Las Vegas. We won the Daytona 500. And Kurt Busch doesn't have the tires. But, oh, big hit there. That was bad. We followed him on the outside lane. And that might cost us a win. I'm going to push this car to the limit, though, guys. We might not win this, but... oh, there goes all that damage. It just keeps getting tighter in the quarters. I'm going to push this car as hard as I can, guys. I mean, I don't want to destroy it, but I'm going to push this car as hard as I can to catch Kurt Busch because I know we have a chance. Oh, there we go. Okay, we didn't hit the wall that corner. Come on, come on, come on. Dang it, dude. The car is just so tight in the corner, man. We could have had so much momentum if I didn't have to lift there. So much momentum. Come on. Coming off the corner. Looking. Underneath. Gonna be there. No, no, no. Dang it. I was trying to pull to the inside there. And I got stuck behind his bumper. And you know how it is in this game. When you get behind someone, the air bubble, so to speak, it slows you down. If I could have just turned just a fraction more, I would have gotten his quarter panel, would have had just a nose, I would have tapped him, slowed him down, and we would have won that. Dang it. Kurt Busch won it. Wow. That was interesting, though. If we didn't hit the wall there early in the race, we probably would have won that too. Because when I got tight chasing Kurt Busch off the wall, the car already had damage on it. We didn't repair it on the pit stop, I don't think. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. Maybe we didn't. But regardless, though, the car got tight, hit the wall, and that really cost us a lot of momentum. And then we had to just keep feathering it throughout the corner, not able to really just stand on it and go for it. So Kurt Busch gets the win, but dang it, man. Hey, that's why you lead those extra laps, though, because we're going to get the same amount of points Kurt Busch did, and we've got second place. So that's the beauty about it. Well, second place, not bad. A great points day, though. I mean, hey, we'll take it. I mean, look at that. We led 18 laps, maximum points day opportunity. Kevin Harvick, Jeff Gordon behind us. I don't think Kurt Busch will be a true championship contender here, so I'm not worried about losing points to him, but everyone else, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Ryan Newman, ninth place. Not sure if he's having a little bit of a championship slump after last season. And Jerry Nadeau with the top 10, no cautions. That's just all-out speed. Great run by the Pontiacs. I mean, Craven was up there having a great job. I don't know, where Craven at? Did I just miss him? Where's Craven at? I don't even see him. Okay, that's... He must have had an engine failure or something, guys, because... Let's see. No? I must be blind. Where's the 32 car? I'm blind, guys, I swear. Where is Ricky Craven? Okay, they're literally right next to Ryan Newman. But yeah, both of those Pontiac teammates, or not teammates, but, you know, drivers, got top 10 runs. Decent run for Burton. Scott Smith for the 16th place run. And back to the bottom of the barrel, it's going to be E. Hall and L. McKinney. So that's all from Darlington. On to the next one, which is Bristol, which probably going to be a DNF, but that's besides the point. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And for all your NASCAR diecast shopping needs, feel free to use that promo code down below. Use code DIECASTbuffet at checkout, and you can save on shipping for any orders $30 or more. On to the next one. We lost that one by just a fraction at the line. I was going to try to do the Craven Kurt Busch finish there. I was going to door slam that 97, but we got stuck on the back bumper. I'll take the L. That's all for now. Diecast Buffet, signing off.